So today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review on, it came upside down, Furthermore by Taherah Mafi, and it currently has a bookmark in it because my sister's reading it, in case you were curious. So Furthermore just came out a few months ago, like weeks ago, sometime this fall, and it has been all over the place because Taherah Mafi is one of the most popular current YA authors, as she is the author of the trilogy Shatter Me, which, if you haven't read, is a really good series. Ooh, that changed a lot. And she also hasn't published a novel in quite a few years, so I was so excited to see how her writing might have evolved or changed, and it was just fantastic to read. Furthermore is honestly one of the most original and unique books I have ever read. Ugh. This is way overexposed. Character-wise, story, plot-wise, writing style, everything was very unlike anything I had ever read, and I really had so much fun getting into this book because of it. Furthermore, it's written in what I like to call a fairy tale style. I don't really know what the actual word is. Well, it's told in the third person, obviously, but I like to think of it as a fairy tale style though, because it has a narrator that is very active with the reader and talks directly to the reader. I actually imagined it as one of those like old fairy tale movies with the deep voiced narrator speaking over the entire thing. You know what I'm talking about? That's exactly how I imagined this. And through this you can definitely see Taherah's very poetic writing style, which she is very well known for in the Shatter Me series. However, it's still very different from her earlier work. It was just so cool to read. I can definitely say that I have not read a middle grade like this ever. Before I get too much further into it, why don't we talk about what this book is actually about. In Furthermore, we follow Alice, who lives in the town of Farronwood, which thrives on color and magic, the two heavily relying on each other. But our Alice doesn't have any color at all, save for her eyes and her cheeks. She just has like a little pigment. And the only person in Farronwood who doesn't actually care about her lack of color is her father, who has been missing for 3 years. It has been a miserable existence for Alice since he left. She's been lonely and upset, and she realized she doesn't really have any friends at all. But when she gets the opportunity to find him and bring him home, she ventures into the land of Furthermore. And this part is directly from the jacket just because I love it and it describes Furthermore so perfectly. Where up can be down, paper is alive, and left can be both right and very, very wrong. That just really sets a precedent for what Furthermore is like, just perfectly. I got such strong Alice in Wonderland and the Neverending Story vibes in this. It was actually pretty crazy. I watched the Neverending Story when I was a kid and it scared the crap out of me, but at the same time it piqued my curiosity so much, and this was exactly like that for me. It brought back so many memories. But one of my absolute favorite things about this book are the characters, specifically Alice, because I have never read a character like Alice. I was just like mentally thinking if I have. No, I haven't. She is the epitome of quirky, and she has so many little traits. So unique. I'm gonna say unique so much. I remember when I was reading Tell the Wolves I'm Home by Carol Rivka Brun, I thought that main character was quirky and had a lot of cool traits. She has nothing on Alice. She was just so much fun to read about, and I remember when I was in elementary school, there was someone just like her in my class, and it's so crazy how much Alice reminds me of that person from when I was a kid. She's so well written. Honestly, even the people we meet along the way on our adventure in Furthermore are so layered and well-rounded, but also extremely creepy in their own way. A lot of Furthermore is very creepy, and it keeps you on your toes a lot. Honestly, speaking of creepy, there were so many times in this book I could not believe it was a middle grade, because I, not a middle grade reader, was very creeped out at times. I mean, I read The Hunger Games when I was 12, so I guess I can't really be talking. But at the same time, there was so much diversity, and it made me so happy. And it made me so happy that this was a middle grade, so that younger people do read about this, so that will help mold them into a better person as they grow up, especially as a reader. The morals in this about color and race and what you look like, you have to read it. My camera just fell off the tripod, and I don't feel like going through the whole ordeal of refocusing it, so I hope it's focused. It's nowhere near focused. I'm so sorry. I know how irritating that is, but it's over soon. Okay, I'm sorry. Bye. One of my favorite quotes is, "Why must you look like the rest of us? Why do you have to be the one to change? Change the way we see. Don't change the way you are." Amazing. So, all in all, I gave Furthermore a 4.5 out of 5 stars. I definitely recommend this book, especially if you're in a reading slump. I think it would be fantastic because it's a middle grade, so it's easy to read, but it's also really fast-paced and really well written, so it's just so much fun. I'm also excited to see if there's going to be a sequel because it ended on a note where it could be a standalone, but it could also be a sequel. She wrote that really well. I love when it's written like that. I mean, I wouldn't be against there being a sequel, but... So thank you so much for watching this fun, quick little spoiler-free review, and I'll see you next time. Bye!